Thank you, Alexandria. Well, our next guest has a huge passion for welding, and what once began as a hobby is now a successful career for Micheal Brandt, and he's here today to talk about his business, Garage Bound. Great to have you here this morning.
Thanks for inviting me. I'm excited to be here.
You've been busy working hard getting these items into our studio. We're going to get to them in just a moment because you've got our curiosity up about this one over here, so we're going to get to that in just a moment.
Great.
But welcome. I'm so glad to have you here today. I've heard so many great things and seen some of your amazing work, but let's talk a little bit just about how you got started. This kind of began as a hobby?
Yeah, so in 2008 I was making paper craft cards, and I showed them at art shows, and when you spend 21 hours and do a paper craft card that pops up and folds out and all that, even if you were only to charge $10 an hour, you're looking at a $210 greeting card. Wow. And so I showed them at local art shows and stuff, and they just never took off because, you know, they can go to Walmart and get a 10-pack for $5.
Right.
You know, so at that time I decided that I would go ahead and change my mediums to metal, you know, and so I bought a welder, and the first welder was junk and it was horrible to use, and so I kept buying until I got some decent equipment, and then my hobby was really propelled when I got awarded to build a big trellis for Rock City in 2011. It was completed. We won Artist of the Year through the Chamber of Commerce for that project. And the natural progression would be from learning how to weld and cut and fit things to learning how to shape equipment, and that's where these two projects come in, especially for this stuff.
Right, and Rock City was here today. I said, well, that was just perfect. I love when things come together. We did not plan that, but you have other projects that you're going to be doing for them as well, so it's kind of neat to happen here.
We have a huge project about to start. We just got our design finalized. Bill Chapin from Rock City had some input, and he wants to have insects crawling through these large fence panels going down the W Trail by the bird sanctuary, actually.
Yeah, that's neat. Very neat. Yeah. We can't wait to see that too. Well, let's get into this just a little bit about the items that you have brought. This is a fire pit, I guess. I've seen there's a lot of guys in our studio that have been making comments about this. Is so neat. Is this a custom design?
Is a custom one-off piece, and so we partner with different companies that sell materials or machines, and you know what's really important about these two projects is the fact that Bailey Industrial makes the machines that we need to shape the metal to build these projects. So I had bought a radius roller to use on this upcoming Rock City project that was put on delay for like a year. So it's like, you know, I got this machine here. I'm going to just start rolling some stuff and build a fire pit, and maybe by the time it's done, someone will want to buy it.
Right, and I don't know if we can get this. You said there's even K's there at the bottom because why?
So after I got almost done with it, one of my customers that we deal with from time to time had to have it, and his last name begins with K. So as a token of him and his friendship and being grateful that he purchased this from me, I decided to have letter K's CNC plasma cut out so that it would be just for him.
It's all about the details. All right, talk to me quickly about this. We're running out of time here, but I've got to know because you've got me very curious here.
So this was built with our RDB 125 radius bender, tubing bender, and this was the second major project that we did with it, and it actually came from the man that helped finance the machine for me. And during the process he passed away, and his name's Gene Rogers, and he was an amazing man. So I didn't get to finish this until yesterday. I just got it from powder coating yesterday.
Just in time for us to be able to show it today, so I'm glad you did that. So talk to me again just about your clientele, kind of some of the main ones that you do service through your work.
Yeah, so the cool thing about Garage Bound is that we touch every industry. So we deal with the private sector, we deal with the chemical companies when we got to go weld stainless steel pipe, we deal with the trucking companies when we're repairing or altering 53-foot trailers, and all the equipment that we have, you know, just like we used our radius bender from Bailey in a job over the week to build custom hinges for a platform that come out of a 53-foot trailer.
And you do so much, and you give back. You've worked with local high schools and then Boy Scout groups because you really, that's kind of what it's about, isn't it? It's passing that knowledge on to others.
It really is, and you know, giving back to the community was an awesome side effect that has you know, we're doing work with Road Tech because Road Tech saw that we were dealing with the Boy Scouts, you know, so that's another local company that's given us business. We work with local vocational school, Sequoia High School in Saudi Daisy, and they have high school welding students.
With the Boy Scouts you mentioned too.
And they come help with the Boy Scouts. So
that's great.
Yeah,
it's perfect then. Well, we've got so much to talk. You've got to come back and share more with us. We're running out of time for today. They can find you on Instagram. You've got some cool images, and you also have a website, garagebound.com. There it is right there on your screen. Definitely check him out and be sure to visit his Instagram. And I hope